Opa, estávamos sem áudio. Salve, salve galerinha, beleza? Tranquilo? Sejam bem-vindos à live. E isso aí. Vamos de joguinho novo. Promoção na Epic. Epic não, na dog.com. Promoçãozinha bacana do Mutante. Nunca joguei. Estava esperando realmente baixar o valor. E é isso, foi isso que aconteceu. Então, bora que bora. Deixa eu só configurar aqui. E é nóis. Beleza, já atualizei o game. Deixa eu ver a qualidade parece tá bacana. Bora. Deixa eu só ver aqui uma coisa. Deixa eu ver. Beleza, só preciso alterar aqui, galerinha. Primeira, muita calma. Bom que já tá no esquema aqui. Já vou atualizar a imagem e tudo. Vamos ver. Isso aí, galera. Deixa eu ver. Vamos lá, tá certinho. Deixa eu... não tem espaço aqui. Beleza. Pronto, deixa eu salvar aqui. O ruim é que fica sem som. Tá, vamos lá. Deixa eu só ver se tá certinho. Qualidade em HD. Show.
Welcome to Biomutant.
Vamos ver como é que tá as configurações. Vozes. Ah, não tem. Tá bom. Diálogos. Deixa eu ver como é que tá a imagem. Ligado. Ver sim que eu vou desligar. Vamos ver sim que eu vou mudar. Tá tudo no máximo. Tudo no máximo. Dos pelos do personagem, afeta o desempenho e a memória. Objetos. Vou colocar tudo no máximo aqui. Limitador desligado. Mapeamento, beleza. Depois eu vejo. Legenda, cor da legenda, fundo da legenda. Será que não tem a opção de exibir aqui acessibilidade? Ah não, beleza, tá configurado para o One. Áudio também, vídeo. Tá bom. Beleza. Dificuldade. Ai, coloquei errado. Eu ia jogar no. Ah, vamos lá, vai. Vamos ver o que dá.
Encode your
Tem que criar
DNA.
um. Primal, Rex. Esse aqui é mais. Uma carinha de doido. Cada um já tem uma raça bacana. Mas eu gostei desse. Só que o hack dele é mais fraco. Esse tem o que de bom? Só o carisma. Eita. Esse aqui tá mais ou menos. Esse aqui parece bacana. Então vamos lá.
Define your genetic structure.
Mais forte. Aqui ele. No meio não tem nada. Eu vou querer com mais força e agilidade. Mas a agilidade ainda é mais magrinha. Essa não tá ruim não, vai.
Choose a genetic resilience.
Agora a resistência maior. Acho que é o calor biológico. Por um meio.
Choose your first style.
Nossa, tem um monte de coisa pra escolher. Cadê? Ah, tá. Mais manchado, mais puxado pro amarelo. Vai dar pra dar zoom? Ah, a mão dele tá diferente. Deixa eu ir pra cá, é como? Assim é muito escuro? Quase.
Pick your main
Tá bom.
color.
Vou puxar pro azul.
Choose your detail color.
Vou deixar ele branco mesmo. Meio... Não.
Pick a commando. Dead Eye.
Pistoleiro.
Commando. Psy-freak. Saboteur.
Ai, que da hora.
Sentinel.
O sentinela
Commando.
o soldado, o
Deadeye.
pistoleiro. Suas armas de longo alcance são recarregadas instantaneamente. Seu próximo pente causa 20% mais de dano.
Commando.
Bacana. De alcance causa 10% a mais de dano.
Deadeye. Command. Deadeye.
Ah, eu acho que o pistoleiro tá melhor
Commando.
do que o soldado.
Deadeye.
Ele tem mais chance de
Commando.
dar
Deadeye.
ataque crítico
Deadeye chosen.
de pistoleiro.
Good choice.
Boa, vamos lá.
Here's somebody with a troubled past, drawn into the spotlight of a story that's already begun. We're already at a crossroads. Choosing a path in life is that fork in the road where you make a choice or simply stop living.
Nossa, a imagem tá bacana.
But
hein?
for you, it's not only a crossroad, but a choice. A reflection of your key, the primal energy that flows through everything.
Quero ser vermelho escuro, força e poder. Quero ser como azul claro. Ah, força e poder, vai.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm the dark side of you. Your inner voice, to be precise. An echo of the balance and consequence of your actions as you move forward.
So glad you realize who you really are. Let's keep to the bright and better path moving on.
You can't contradict yourself like that. You made the right choice to begin.
Because you can't deny what's deep within your heart. Sometimes a thought is just a thought.
But remember, this is just the beginning of the end.
Mas eu não escolhi a bondade.
Guess left can be right sometimes.
Vamos lá. Nossa, tá muito bonito o jogo.
Stories of death and the bodies left behind.
Histórias de mortos e
A
corpos
reminder
deixados
that
para
we're at
trás.
the
Sobre
mercy of
estamos
nature
à mercê da
and the one that
natureza
preys
e
on
daquele que
others.
caça. Vamos lá.
Do you remember the
Você
beast that
lembra da fera
shattered
que
your
destruiu sua
family?
família?
Or did you
Ou
choose
escolheu
to forget?
esquecer?
You
Você virou
turned
as
your
costas
back
para o
on
nosso
our
mundo e se
world
perdeu
and
no
got
seu
lost in your
próprio.
own.
Enquanto isso, o
Meanwhile,
predador sofre
The
com mais
predator
forte.
only grew stronger.
Ué? Claro. Ah, dá pra rolar e... Vamos lá. Ah, gostei.
You'd better make a run for it. This is not the time nor place to end this story.
Pum. Biomutante. Nossa, foi tão rápido a primeira parte dele.
It was best to run and live
Dessa
to
vez a
fight
minha
another day.
opção era
Let us
correr.
hope you're ready for it when it comes.
Lutar no outro dia. Esperamos. Esperamos que dê pra ler na próxima, né? Ah, a bomba vai explodir. Deu sorte, né, de ser um container ali.
The predator isn't the only threat.
O predador não é a única ameaça. A vida selvagem começou a sofrer mutações quando o fim dos dias se iniciou. A árvore da vida começou a morrer. Ixi, vai demorar pra mim. Vai.
Made it count.
Tentar pegar um pouquinho das mães. Ah, ele pulou de um... Beleza. Eu tô achando que a câmera tá muito perto. Pera aí, galerinha. Deixa eu ver se dá pra aumentar. Essa interface, a interface do game? É. Não. Não, tá a mesma coisa. Encontra complemento de arma. Arma de longo alcance para dar efeito especial de dano. O efeito continua enquanto durar a munição. Beleza. Ué, como é que faz para selecionar? Foi? Ou já está sendo usado? Pera aí. Deixa eu ver se... Câmera, vídeo, desligado. Ah, aqui é só... Acessibilidade, também não. Aqui, campo de visão. Eu, hein? Olha, nossa, muda muito o jogo. Suplemento médico. Ah, beleza, é só colocar pro lado que seleciona.
Snazzy hatter.
Tá bom.
Careful of rope burns. Those burn. The oil sludges everywhere. To most, it only means death. But some have adapted to the new environment and changed with it. Evolution has its ways.
carregando. Nossa. Também é sem piedade. Os amigos caídos. Que isso? Pegar. Tá. Caramba, não tô conseguindo defender. Ah. Que isso? Que isso?
Ready to dive back in.
Boa. Agora que eu entendi um pouquinho. Aqui. Então, mas... aqui vai. Todo mundo dropa kit. Ah, quando eu desvio ele... Foi boa. Foi muito boa. Vai. Ah, sobe de nível, de XP. Beleza. Ah, tá, agora entendi. Ele vai dropando algumas coisas. Deixa eu ver, subir de nível. Subir de nível você pode aumentar um atributo em 10. Seleciona a lista qual atributo você quer aumentar. Vitalidade. Sorte. Os mais baixos, vai.
Hey, tough guy.
Eita, peraí que eu derrubei aqui. Aprimoramento de nível. Você ganha pontos de aprimoramento que podem ser usados para conseguir novos ataques especiais. Combate corpo a corpo, combate com armas. Corpo a corpo. Cortante de 2 mãos. Ah, gostei. Beleza, pam, pam, pam. Gostei. Acho que é só na hora do bom.
Look, an emergency box from the once was. A rare sight.
Caixa de emergência dos antigos. Ah, mas é uma nova arma? É.
That pipe looks weak. The claw bar should come in handy.
Até não parece fraco. Era isso? Ah, é pra isso. Beleza.
Whoa!
Eu pensei
It's
que
time
era...
to find a way out of this place. No, really, I mean it.
Tá na hora de encontrar uma saída. Então vamos. Ah, tem o pulo duplo. Beleza. Beleza. É bom que a curva de aprendizagem não
The
é tão...
Morks produce biomatter in their multi-organ that they shed under distress. Logs that affect the cellular coding strands of any living being when absorbed, including you.
Ué.
That's going to leave a
beleza.
mark.
Beleza.
That's short.
Gostei, gostei, gostei. Tu pode ser usar as bolhas para liberar poderes especiais. Acessando as partes de mutação no menu. Então vamos ver. Você pode trocar de equipamentos e armas. Ícones circulares representam a parte do corpo que pode ser equipada com itens encontrados ou comparados de negociantes. Os equipamentos favoritos podem ser salvos no menu vestiário. Vamos ver. Ah tá, entendi. Agora eu tô sem...
Heads up.
Agora eu não entendi nada. Pera aí. Ah, beleza.
Toxanol built vessels called arks to save themselves from the impending doom. But was it too late? It is only from the flight logs of the single ark they left behind that we know other arks traveled through the sky and beyond. It seems those that came before us never lost hope in finding a new home for their kind.
Você encontrou um quebra-cabeça. Estão espalhados por todo o mundo. Alguns abrem novos caminhos e outros concedem recompensas diferentes. Para mudar o modo, né? Não é nodo. Pressione o A. Para baixo, para lá. Eu acho que é nodo mesmo. O que é nodo?
Just a few moves left. Make them count.
Tá bom.
There are few records of the chain of events that led to the big apocalypse eons ago, but it's clear the world wasn't prepared for how recklessly the Toxanol Corporation would make its mark on the world. Their rare earth mining and nuclear industries generated tons of waste, and, without consideration for the future, they dumped it all in landfills until they ran out of space. That's when they made the big mistake. They began dumping the toxic waste in the surf just off the coast instead, assuming that it would sink and decay with time. And once in the surf, the radiation interfered with the genetics of the wildlife and created bizarre mutations in their offspring. It had an inconceivable impact on biodiversity and the entire ecosystem. The world as they knew it crumbled as nature retaliated. It would never be the same again, and what remained of it became ours.
Tá bugado, né? Ah não, parou.
The sound of spark metal going pew pew is never a good thing. It's coming from behind that door. A warning label. The box looks like a potential brain melt. It's going to take a bit of puzzling to short-circuit the door.
Muito complexo, hein, gente?
There you go.
Mas tem gente lá atrás. Ah. Um contra-ataque no momento exato atordoa os inimigos. Inimigos atordoados ficam com estrelinhas circulando sobre suas cabeças. Ao atacar novamente o inimigo, você pode arremessá-lo ao pressionar LB.
The wheeled one is outnumbered. You'd better help him out. Flash and slash. Now that's a flesh wound. That's the last of them. Let's talk to the wheeled one before backup arrives.
Ah, então peraí. Nossa, nem eu sabia que eu tava ajudando.
That paid off. He wants to thank you for taking his side against the scavengers. He sounds familiar. You just can't. He presents himself as out of date. He knows he's way overdue, but he hasn't given up. He doesn't seem surprised that you don't recognize him. You were just a child back then, the night everything changed. There have been rumors of a one-eyed Ronin seen outside the Great Wall, and he's happy to see the legend of the one-eyed child that grew up as an outcast is old. The child could have been anyone, but the evil it had fled had left a mark, a
A
facial
narração
scar
será
to
que é
remember
o
the
grilo que
past.
fica com ele?
There's no doubt you're the child, and that what Lupa... He says it has taken you a long time to bring the past back up to the... It was after the attack that the unity fell apart. Your Muma's disciples divided and formed tribes as a reaction. Had it not been for the Tree of Life, no one would have survived. He hopes you at least...
Que da hora. Gostei.
Asks if you were tired, as it's a bit of a hike here from the village. He wonders if your Muma knows you are here.
Sua mãe sabe que você está aqui. Não me importa.
Sounds like he thinks she does, despite your heart
Ele acha que
growing
ela se
dark.
importa, mas o
There's
seu
nothing
coração
as
afunda cada
powerful
vez
as
nas
a Mooma's love.
trevas. Não há nada tão...
He understands why you came all the way out here, to see them, the potato people. The potato people, or Nono, are a wonder, somehow interlinked with this little tree here fueling its source of life. Magic? He claims it's just the force of life, the existence of energy, powering and connecting. The Nono prefer to hide in glitter grass. He says you should get over there and ruffle it. See.
Então vamos agitar o capim.
You found one. You should be proud. They don't come out for everyone. The Nono's key energy is just what the Pensai needs to complete its cycle and grow into a tree of life. Only time will tell. At least his intention is to dedicate his life to it. He has... You'll need to support the tree for a long time to come. The only way it'll grow tall is with the burst of ki released from the Nono, as... You'll need a net to catch the Nono, and he wants you to use his, but asks you to be gentle. The Nono are sensitive beings, an embodiment of ki, the primal energy.
Vamos capturar então eles.
You...
Já foi?
One day, he hopes the tree will have
Porque
grown
ele
tall
consegue
enough
crescer
to
alta o
sustain the
suficiente para
world.
sustentar tudo.
But today, your focus is getting this one to become one with the tree.
Com a árvore. Então vamos lá. Esses dois. Ah. Vamos ver.
Now that you've seen the Nono's connection
Os
with the tree
professores
with
estão
your own
treinando com a
eyes,
árvore,
you
você
have
não
no
tem
reason to
motivos para
doubt.
duvidar.
From this day on, he'll make nurturing the Pensai into a tree of life, a life goal. Not only for... One day, the land won't be as peaceful. Not even your Mooma will be able to protect us. He says you'd better hurry back to the village before your Mooma comes looking for you. You did good here today. That's not true. She's the reason there's still unity, and the only one strong enough to keep the 6 Wang Fu disciples disciplined. He lost you there for a while, but no memory is alone. It's part of a trail you can follow. He says he remembers every single day he devoted to growing the tree of life, but now the tree started to die when the end of days begun, and it wasn't long after that that the World Eaters arrived. Records tell of the ruinous devastation the Toxanol Corporation inflicted on the land. The apocalypse sparked a re-evolution, the Second Coming, and our lineage. His friend Gizmo is working on a Mekton and needs help defeating the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West Route.
Beleza.
Wiz is still repairing his octopod to confront the Merc Puff that dwells deep down under the surface at the end of the Northwest Route.
Beleza. Vamos ver. 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 Vamos
Nocco has tamed the midget and is preparing to take on the hoof puff at the end of the east
Eles
route.
são os principais chefes.
Finally, Goop is
Yes,
almost
me.
done with the Goo Glide, a machine able to ride the waves of the surf all the way out to the Porky Puff at the end of the route to the southeast. Out of Date says his friends are gearing up to stop the World Eaters. The road ahead won't be easy, but he's counting on your support. His friends aren't strong enough to end. He wants you to understand that you'll all die. Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe war and the situation with the World Eaters.
Então, o que eu vou ganhar? Beleza. Com essa esqueminha. Vou pegar.
You're getting the hang of it. Quickest way out is through the roof where they came in, and the rope looks strong enough to climb.
Beleza. Tem nada por aqui. Boa.
Know that the Tree of Life is dying. Its days are numbered. Without help, it can't endure the environmental change and assault from the World Eaters.
Perguntante. Agora que vai começar o jogo. Depois de quase 50 minutos. Será que eu tava mexendo nas configurações? Criando os personagens e tudo.
A signpost maps it out for the cartographically challenged.
As placas de identificação.
Let's see.
Ah, beleza. Você pode fazer uma viagem rápida para uma placa de sinalização que você desbloqueou ao selecioná-la no mapa. Beleza. Beleza. Mas tá bacana aqui. Esse bicho tá.
That must be the World Eater that chewed off Out of Date's leg. You'll need a hat trick to bring that down.
Os bichos só correndo. Pra cá eu subo? Subo.
It's a bridge. Just get over it.
Vou ver aqui primeiro.
Look, a survivor. Glad to see someone made it out alive. He's heard the stories about the terror inflicted by the World Eaters to other enclaves, but never...
No interior são duas metades que foram todo e flui por todas as coisas. Em alguns momentos você pode manifestar seu equilíbrio interior por meio de ações e escolhas de diálogos. São poucos que sempre agem da mesma maneira. Nós somos a somatória de todos os atos e escolhas. O equilíbrio de suas ações cria seu alinhamento de aura que afeta o diálogo com outros personagens.
He worries there won't be much left to save if this continues, even if the Tree of Life survives the attack.
Interagir com reféns, com 7 pontos. Podem ser usados para liberar poderes. Poderes são aquele material necessário para a escuridão, de escuridão ou luz.
Anyway, he needs help and says it's by your actions you'll be judged, not by your intentions.
Vamos ver, vai.
He's grateful for that. You still seem to have a spark of light in you.
Mas o que eu faço?
That's a spark of light in you!
That's right. Smack that spark out before it starts.
You don't have to be so harsh. It's such a little spark.
Now take it out now while it's small.
There's always another spark.
Vamos lá, só uma fresquinha. Oxê.
There's Out of Date again. He must have missed something important. Out of Date says you will make a better stand against the World Eaters with the support of a tribe, and there are two nearby. The Myriad tribe is likely to be a good match as they act on the understanding of the greater good and have a code of... Regardless of who you choose, it won't be easy, as the conflict between the tribes is worse than ever, teetering on the brink of war. The Myriad's conviction to stop the World Eaters began when the Leviathans rose from the depths of the surf. Siding with the Myriad's movement for wholeness in a fragmented world might seem like the logical thing to do, but is it the right thing? One thing's certain, though. Destiny arrives all the same. The Jagni tribe only ever had one conviction: to bring balance to the world by wiping out the weak. They believe a cleansing is necessary to restore the world and want to let the World Eaters bring down the Tree of Life. But siding with Jagni isn't necessarily a bad thing. Fate will find a way.
Não, acho que eu vou pegar uma da direita.
Out of Date says someone needs to break the stalemate and he believes the tribe Sifus, Myriad especially, will listen to you and expects you to pay at least one of them a visit and play your part. Out of Date will be waiting for you beneath the Tree of Life if you lose track of what you need to do.
Ok, eu vou aqui primeiro. Deixa eu ver, a parte de equipamentos, inventários. Ah, tá, entendi. Ferramentas. Itens de consumo. Acho que foi. Então vamos lá.
Another fork in the road. It's either the tunnel or the motor bridge. What'll it be?
Então vamos.
It's unusual that natural tunnels like this still exist. Most of them got flooded. Shouldn't take much more. What a blow! Took care of all of them. Smirked!
Boa.
This area was beautiful before the tribe war began. Look at it now. It's a war zone.
O que tem de bom? Tá ótimo.
Nothing can slow you down.
Deixa eu ver o que é isso aqui. Esse aqui. Cara, eu vou tentar esse aqui. Esse aqui. Esse aqui. Beleza. Ah, beleza. Esse defende. Esse carrega e esse atira. Beleza. Acho que vai atribuindo os botões.
That's the Myriad Tribe's fortress. Will they be friends or foe? You should head up there. That way you'll know. Let's see.
Ele mija pra marcar. Eita. Marcar território. Lá pra baixo.
That's the Myriad Fort.
Será que tem outra entrada aqui? Eu me lasquei. É.
Says they're wary of strangers. They're at war. Hopes you have patience. The Sifu can't stop himself from talking sometimes. Let's hope this isn't one of those days.
Vou só fechar a janela aqui.
Sibi, lappanen akin kalman. Keratna falo putut mustugai la wute.
The Myriad tribe act on understanding of the greater good and a code of honor. They believe uniting the tribes is the only way to restore the peace. The Sifu is convinced that defeating the World Eaters and saving the Tree of Life is the only way to make the world a better place. He welcomes you to the Myriad Fort and introduces himself as the tribe's Sifu. But he was hoping you'd show up. The news of a vigilante Ronin on crusade crossing the Great Wall through the crack in Bunker 101 has preceded you.
Opa, peraí, mas ele esperava que você aparecesse as notícias sobre um Ronin justiceiro em uma cruzada atravessando a Grande Muralha pela feira de abrigo 101. Precedem você.
The wall that separates them from the other side? The wasteland you came from? He guesses the time spent there just left a blank space in your memory, as empty and barren. There's something about your spirit that sparks memories of you as a kidling. He can still sense. The Sifu says sometimes one memory can make another come to life. He hasn't thought about your Muma for ages, even though she taught him a lot. He was one of the original Wang Fu disciples. Your Muma invented Wang Fu. Originally, it consisted of unarmed combat and the 6 weapons, the boomerang, the shuriken, the bow. Myriad wants unity between the tribes. Their goal is understanding of the greater good and establishing a code of honor. If you believe there's some good in everyone, there's still hope for tomorrow. You'll unite the tribes and defeat the World Eaters. He was hoping you'd join them. You understand that there's no harm in doing good to others. The Sifu was waiting for something to tip the balance in their favor, and with you by their side, he's confident you can unite the other tribes. The one you should coerce first is the Jagni tribe. Their kin have run out of options and found themselves backed into a corner. Even those who desire peace, he wants you to focus. These are the new rival outposts your tribe needs to take control of. He says you'll regret not being on their side. The only way you'll learn their secrets, Wung Fu and the tribe weapon now, is if you defeat him. And that will never happen. You both have gentle minds, so they want to wage a gentle war. A war that bonds as much as it breaks. Tells you not to be afraid. Your fate cannot be taken from you. claim the rival out.
Pala bueno bringe.
Once you've dealt with the rival's outposts, you'll challenge their Sifu to unite their tribe with yours and let your kin share land.
Pala bueno bringe.
Seeing you brings back his memories of the...
Erim denken alvese Anne?
He remembers your kind and unselfish soul and can sense you still have it in you.
Get a work.
Anyway, the memories you make with your family are strong and can sometimes come to life. Passing the old village on your way to the first right.
Então vamos lá na outra vila agora. Valeu.
It's a beaten path to that door. If you go there, you'd better make an entrance.
Esse posto ali já tem. Nossa, que da hora. Muito bonito. Ah, tem que ir por aqui mesmo. Vamos lá. Tem um negócio azul ali embaixo. O que é aquilo? Boa. Peraí. Ah, tem arma que dá pra aplicar de acordo com o nível. Bacana. Literalmente um RPG. Eu tô gostando.
Hope that was a bad guy. Better beware, that's a mump up ahead. They were hit hard by evolution, the wonky ones especially, deformed and unfurred. fired up.
Não foi tão difícil, não. Boa.
Watch out for
De
you.
força. Ué. Muita calma.
Your key is gone. Time is lost on this place, but it evokes a tingling sensation. There's something special about it, drawing you closer. Let's see. As time passes, memories fade, and sometimes feelings change. It's not about who you were, it's about who you'll become. Echoes of a long-lost past.
Ai, volta
like
de novo na
whispers in
época
the
da
wind.
infância dele.
Here's someone who takes each day as it comes. He wonders where you've been. He hopes you've been out at the lake, practicing your swimming technique. He understands Wang Fu is hard. That's why your Muma only has 6 disciples. Doing just one thing helps. He thinks you should really know how to swim by now. Why not? There's no better time to do what needs to be done than
Aí agora aprende. Ué. Ah, não passei. Oxi.
He says that wasn't too bad, was it? He says a feeling that you're going to drown is a great reminder of the need to learn. But you need practice, lots of practice. Judging by your Mooma's look, it seems you forgot something. You promised you'd train with her before the sun goes down. It's time to go. She's not unhappy with your progress, but you still have a lot to prove.
É, fica igual
You should know, practice makes
a
perfect.
personalização que eu fiz.
She'll see you at the village square. She'll be waiting for you. There will be a surprise for you. Here's another familiar face with lots on his mind. He was hoping you could help him pick up some scrap for a thingamajig he's working on. He thinks you're truly a kidling of your environment. You should look for things that are recyclable. It shouldn't take you too long to find some. He wonders what usefulness you found. He says every little thing counts. He can work wonders with almost anything and asks if you know how to upcycle. That's the spirit. You can't make a difference unless you get... He'd love to teach you to upcycle, and the scrap you found would be a good start. You did well, but he can't help but wonder why you decided to craft a weapon. He appreciates those able to deliver a sharp. He's looking forward to seeing what you'll make next. It seems you have It looks like she's starting to lose her patience. You know she doesn't like waiting for you. She wants to see you on the village square right away. Then you've got a good excuse. You share a responsibility to prevent... She wants you to grow up and start thinking for yourself. You really need to find yourself before she's gone. That's all she's ever asked of you, that you'll try and give it your best. You can't do more than... You've always followed your own path, but this time she needs you.
Gostei.
They look determined. Better watch out. He asks you to stop right there and wonders where you think you're going. He says that it's not too late for you to turn back. There's no way they'll let you pass. He wants to know who you think you are. He says you're right. Nobody can tell him what he can and can't do, and that includes you. She asks if you're hurt. What happened? If confidence is silent and insecure, the most important thing is that you're okay. It's time to focus on your training now. Here's someone close to heart, doing what he does best. He asks if you could help him, too, before you leave for training. He'll leave the quick part to you. You're the martial artist, after all. He's curious to see what you've found. He says whatever it is, it shouldn't be left forgotten at the bottom of a... He says it's about time you learned how, and offers to teach you, starting with the... The style might be too edgy for his taste, but it looks You should take it with you, wear it to practice. He's looking forward to seeing what you'll make next. It seems you... Your Muma says... Hopes you're as ready as you claim to be. She says she is eager to get started. You don't have much time left before the sun goes. Your Muma says you did well today. She's so proud of you. That's all she's ever asked of you. Been working on a present for you, with the help of Giz. You should go see him and find out what it is. Catchy.
Peguei.
Your Muma says she's never seen an apparatus as green as this little thing. It's one... A piece of Scraptronics like this has built-in old-world tech that makes it a potent It's called an automaton, and it's hardwired to your DNA. It'll follow wherever you go and see whatever you see. You're lucky to have such a fine helper with you. Your Muma says you look tired. No wonder. It's been a long day. Says a good rest makes you ready for tomorrow. Rest and you'll find strength for tomorrow. Nothing could stop Luka Lupin from setting the world on fire. Your Muma urges you to blaze a trail. A burnt kidling will learn to dread fire. That's just adding fuel to the flames. Give it a last burst and you'll make it. Your Muma says this is it. The time has come. She must fight Lupa Lupin. This time there's no escape. Whatever happens, you need to know she loves you. And everything she's done has been to protect you, your Popsy, and those she... Here it comes. The past coming to haunt the present.
Nossa, calma aí, velho.
You must go through fire and water to make it out of here.
Eita. Pega.
Your Muma says you can make it if you believe in it. Where she goes, you go. Blood is thicker than water. You're in deep surf. Don't make waves. The surf goes where it wants to go. It'll take you to the shore as long as you go with the flow. Death is not to be feared by one who has lived life with a pure heart. A part of her will live on in you.
Acho que vai só uma pancada só, ela morreu.
The creature is hungry for more. Nothing is going to stand in its way now.
Ela tá viva. Oxi.
If a sacrifice is made for someone else, it's not lost, but passed on to the next. Life must go on. Real sacrifice comes from love and necessity when all other options are exhausted. The ultimate test of conscience is the willingness to give up anything to save what you truly care about. It simply means you need to move on.
E será que deu pau na live? Pera aí. Não, acho que não. Reconexão. Pera aí. Eu acho que a live... Ah, voltou. Vamos criar armas então. Eu vou criar alguma coisa para as pernas.
Nothing's going to waste.
Não tem nada, também não tem nada.
Looking sort of good.
Come on. Bora. Ah, voltou a live.
The tribe's caught a fluffy hub. They couldn't keep it down. Fluff hulk's on the loose.
Ah, não consegui.
Now that's medicine. Chop it up. You're bruised.
Ah, tudo brincadeira. Vamos lá. Ué. Ela carregou 2 vezes? Caramba. Vamos, último checkpoint. Que vai ser... Creio eu que vai ser... Da onde eu parei. Isso mesmo.
They couldn't keep it down. Fluff hulks on the loose. Blasting him. Had better days. They've received news a Ronin had strengthened their ranks and were looking forward to meeting you.
Ein Ouch alla Georgia.
A group of myriad crusaders already headed out to Jagni's Mercadorpus out.
Tossate, Tameso.
You should hurry there and help them best the outpost.
Tsevuchei kung chuva palparekmek.
Not
Beleza, deixa eu ver se eu pego. Cadê o loot dele? Vamos lá.
Toxanol was something called a corporate juggernaut.
Que posso
And our world still... Look, an emergency box from the old days, when you needed to pack a punch to survive. Wow, bet that nut makes a tight fist.
Acho que vai equipar. Não, gostei. Porrada e mãos velozes. Aí vou dar um ataque da parede.
I don't think you could make a home here.
Boa. Agora sim.
Tunnels like this still carry echoes from the past. Can you hear it?
Agora vamos brigar um pouco.
Hey.
Que da hora. tinha acabado.
Even with the world ending, there are fresh days ahead.
Vamos ver que tem alguma coisa ali.
That notice board, filled with the leftovers of used-to-be wants. You're getting close to one of those old Toxanol brick. The Toxanol Corporation made this place, and then just threw it away when they were done with it. Well, small ones. Places like this were cheap back in those days, and there was plenty of space. Get done with one. There must be a track somewhere in this brick. Fits you well. Let's see. We're all heroes. Never thought I'd see a clothes soaker from the long gone again. It's an up cleaner of unwash, the clean-cut way to unstain garb. You need to get the pegs lined up to get the clothes soak. You really put a spin on it. Looks good. Feels good to be alive. The board mainly has posts from those that used to work at the chug yard back in the days gone. They don't make much sense these days. Not much more to say about the board, but Gizmo is holed up. The Toxanol Corporation used to run chugger-chuggers out of here, big machines on rails with smokestacks that fouled the air. The rails used to be filled. You're on the right track. Keep your eyes open. Tribe's always scavenging for scrap, and the yard has plenty to go around. But they should have stuck to looting instead of playing around with sprockets. Bonker's busy ram-banging the door. This is your chance. Dead. Clonkety clonk. Shot through. Sure useful.
Boa. Tem um aqui também.
Let's see.
Mas tem um negócio aqui. Naquele lado ali habitando.
Nothing like a story with an unexpected ending. Steeled punch.
Ah, tá bom, então sobrou lá.
Yes, you can do anything. The sky's the limit. Now, let's take this back to Earth. Wow, you really took that all the way down to the end, in flames. Let's see.
De novo?
It's a wonder some of these up and downs still work. Guess they built machines better in the past. The spent nuclear fuel that toxinol dumped in the surf had detrimental effects on the marine habitats, while the overflowing landfills contaminated the groundwater. Combined, this sent... I need to brush up on my Wando, but I have a feeling he believes it was you that caused the bang at the yard. Oh, and he says he knows you. You used to call him Gizmo. Gizmo remembers you as a nice kidling, and he can still sense the warmth. But Gizmo says how you experience a memory can be different. You know the story, but he hopes you remember that one time he taught you to upcycle, and hopes he understands history made Loop-a-Loopin a big part of your past, your present. You still believe there's some good in everyone. You still have hope. He says you should know that what's meant to be will always find a way, but history shouldn't consume you. Gizmo understands you still have strong feelings, but urges you to keep them under control. You've...
Yes, that's the way. No arguing with that.
That is how you shine light at the dark.
Seriously. Don't doubt.
I'm so proud of you for doing the right thing.
Can't believe you let that loser swing.
Hard to believe the world is actually going to survive. Just seemed important. Understands why you're bent on finishing the world off. Supposes... Wonders if you liked working with the Myriad. They always seem so centered and so... But that's not important now. Gizmo says it's taken a long time to bring the past up to the present, and where you go from here. He can't leave the Underyard as he has no protection against the... You should return when you've retrieved the scrap. There's no time to waste if you want to make the Mecton strong enough to fight the Jumbo Puff. That's what he decided to call it after he saw it for the first time. It's big and fluffy, that's accurate. This is turning out to be quite an expedition. Looks like the switches need to be turned to match so enough charge can flow through the conductors. Bristles like the hair of one electrified. You need to line up the switches so they match.
Tá certo.
Bristles like the hair of one electrified. You need to line up the switches so they match. Bristles like the hair of one electrified.
Ali tá certo. Vamos lá, vai. São áreas grandes, apesar de perigos mortais. Se você fica muito tempo na zona, como você... Cuidado, tipo de perigos, não sei o que, não sei o que. Ah, essa é de...
There's short of breath and death to this zone. Better take care. He who half breathes, half lives.
Como é que eu...
That's the leftover you're looking for.
Eu não entendi muito bem porque que eu morri, não. Que ainda tinha vida. Eu acho que tem que...
Feels like a monster's lair down here.
Ah, acho que tem que pular pela cordinha ali. Vai. Por pouco, hein?
Don't slip at the end.
Ah, tá, esses itens velhos era pra ele.
He says that's enough to get the Mekton functional. You'll have an engine, a fuel soaker, a gun, and a gathering net, but no armor, nor enough oxygen supply.
Tá, vou ter que pegar
Something he devised to
os dois,
sell.
provavelmente.
He's been working. The best way to... Unfortunately, this means you'll have to venture farther out into the dead zone than Moog's camp on the steep depot. Once you find Moog, he'll be able to give you... Gizmo thinks he's a little peculiar, but very knowledgeable. He has the ins and outs of all... The grease monkey's mekton is built sturdy, just like himself. Can you imagine how this place used to look before the dead oil flood? Might want to hold your breath before you head any further. You're about to witness the breathtaking vistas of what's known as the Dead Zone.
Os pontos para poder subir. Vai subir sem a nave?
That over there is Steepo-Deepo, the cliffside that Moog hangs on to. A mobile fortress. Put that thing behind you. It's in your grasp.
Possibile. Immo. Diava.
Let's see.
Beleza, pelo menos eu vou deixa eu falar com ele.
This one's impressed to see you out here. He figured you'd be dead by now. Not many are as tough and clever as you must be. Says a monster hunter hears many things on the wind. Moog says that all your power doesn't do you a bit of good if you're not willing to pull the trigger when the time...
Tariman.
Out there with the monsters, it's kill or be killed. Which will it be for you?
Bamushtan Bala.
It's hard to make those life or death decisions for others, but someone's got to do it. Otherwise, they'll do it themselves, and you... When it comes to monsters, he mostly picks who dies.
La Fea Nuch.
Says it's wild that the world seems to be coming back, but he supposes that means more monsters for him to shoot.
Intabadaj.
Gets why you're thinning the herd so hard, but he wishes you'd leave some monsters for everybody else.
Lema.
Says you should give up on working with the stubborn myriad. He keeps trying to put out their lights, and they keep putting up new ones.
Uvuchu isqualian. Yoshkava.
He's afraid you're just as stubborn as them.
Intabadan Waxuva.
But enough.
Uno Shalafi.
He says the wildlife, nature, has changed and turned against us. Instincts of survival took over when the...
Tomosakula Inabella.
He's not sure about their veggie diet anymore, and if it's changed, who knows what it's done with the chemical Right now, though, he feels he's come to a point where he's got a pretty clear idea on the whereabouts of monsters, both tall and short.
Vaxau Intabadaj.
Says as big as they are, the world is bigger. Moog says you must learn to walk before you can run. It takes practice before you can call yourself a monster hunter. There's no better place to start than a Skvip cave. Says you stick to the haunting and shots present themselves later.
Vamos lá.
Hide or hunt tonight? That's your call. Wait, it's the script hole-up. The place is just filled with critters. What man? Fist face.
Nossa, não dá nem pra ver direito.
Time to walk on your own legs. Control your destiny, or someone else will. Gonna need a key of some kind. Need the right key. Once the volatilization from the nuclear waste evaporated, a volatile gas rose through the soil and infested structures, even Toxanol's own buildings. So, in a way, they caused their own death. Oh, idea. Go knock the lid off that sludge truck. It'll fill the place up and you can get up to that entrance there. Netted a critter. Everything is at stake. You need to line up the switches so they match. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework. A piece of work cut out for you. For when you're committed to cutting. Oofda, your riding can't thunder. In the old world, roads like this really led somewhere. Now, most of them lead to disaster. You need to line up the switches so they match. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework. He says that's enough scripts to sustain the Mekton's claw crane cannon with infinite ammunition. That's the special. Gizmo's made vehicles. It's time to put a stop to the... There's time to improve the Mekton before you confront the Puff. There are more wreck boxes out in the dead zone with gear you should be able to equip the Mekton with on your own. He got the idea. Gizmo wants to help if he can. Wishes you didn't attract so much attention during the day. Wouldn't be surprised if you met again. Gizmo wants to help if he can. Says goodbye to you.
Vamos. Beleza. Nível 6.
The spent nuclear fuel that Toxanol dumped in the surf had detrimental effects on the marine habitats, while the overflowing landfills contaminated the groundwater. Combined, this sent their world hurtling on an inevitable road to ruin.
Beleza. Ali é a minha próxima rodada.
Nothing's more important right now than this.
É isso aí, eu vou finalizar por aqui. Até por causa do horário. Mas tô gostando do jogo. O ruim é que eu não gosto de jogo com muita história. Mas é a parte da ação mesmo. É pra porradaria, pra equipar as armas e tudo mais. Mas tô achando bacana. E é isso, vou finalizar por aqui. Valeu a todos que assistiram ou que vão assistir futuramente. Qualquer coisa deixa o like que ajuda bastante para poder ajudar mesmo no crescimento do canal. E é isso. Fiquem com Deus e fui.